Like Coach Covey said earlier, my name is Dawson. I'm one of the assistant athletic directors here, and it's my honor tonight to start us off with some of the awards for our current athletes. So we're going to start out with our team MVPs for our fall and winter sports. As I call your name, please stand to be recognized and remain standing. And please, let's hold our applause to the end to congratulate all these athletes together. So for golf, our team MVPs were Jackson Taylor and Aiden Springer. For football, it was Leo Tapia. Volleyball was Maggie Miller. For cross country, it was the men's team. For cross country females, it was the women's team. For fall cheer, Evelyn Bosserman. For winter cheer, Cassidy Baker. Our male wrestler was Jerry Salazar Mendoza. For female wrestling, Fedora Hoover. Boys basketball, Grant Fields. Girls basketball, Aaliyah Ogle. Our male swimmer was Chris Bonnet. Our female swimmer, Abril Calderon Diaz. Our male track athlete, Marcus Bowling. And our female track athlete, Evelyn Bosserman. Can we please give these athletes a round?
This time, we'd like to recognize our senior one sport athletes. Once I call your name, please come down and get your certificate from Mr. Covey. The following athletes participated in one sport both their junior and senior years. Miguel Becerra Flores, boys soccer. Evan Powers, golf. Riley Estep, baseball. K.O. Franklin, football. Jaden Kirby, track and field. Joey Coors, track and field. Wyatt Miller, boys soccer. Marcus Ortiz, wrestling. Brian Romero Diaz, boys soccer. Leo Tapia, football. Wilson Velasquez Mejia, boys soccer. Andrew Vaverka, swim. Ty Boyd, track and field. Cassidy Baker, winter cheer. Hannah Biden, girls soccer. Haley Lutz, softball. Kenisha Moreau, winter cheer. Destiny Perez Ramirez, winter cheer. Tavia Ramirez, softball. Jacky Velasquez Mateo, girls soccer. And Haley Wilkins, softball. Please give a round of applause for our one sport athlete. At this time, we would like to recognize our two-sport athletes. The following athletes participated in two sports their junior and senior years. When I call your name, please come down and receive your award from Mr. Covers. Kevin Acosta, football and baseball. Jose Ortega Silva, football and wrestling. Chris Bonnet, cross country and swim. Carlos Garcia Romero, football and wrestling. Naaman Garrett, football and basketball. Carson Lehman, football and track and field. Kyle Lehman, cross country and track and field. David Lipscomb, cross country and track and field. Jordan Mahanes, cross country and track and field. Jackson Saylor, golf and baseball. LeBron Washington, swim and baseball. Catherine Cronin, volleyball and basketball. Vanessa Diaz Hurtado, winter cheer and girls soccer. Kiana Kelly, volleyball and softball. Yahaira Marquez Rosas, winter cheer and girls soccer. Natalie Ortiz Jimenez, winter cheer and girls soccer. Can you give us a round of applause for our two-sport athletes? Participated in three sports both their junior and senior years. When I call your name, please come down here to receive your award from Mr. Covers. Evie Bosserman, winter cheer and track. Daisy Monteroso, cross country, wrestling, and soccer. Landon Brinkley, cross country, basketball, and soccer. Charlie Hoover, cross country, wrestling, and track. Fletcher Moyers, cross country, swim, and track. Herman Salinas Ortiz, football, basketball, and baseball. Aiden Springer, golf, basketball, and baseball. Please give one round of applause for our three-sport athletes.
At this time, I ask our Booster Club members to come forward to present the Booster Club scholarships. Jessica, Carrie, and
Okay. Every year we have the privilege of awarding two seniors with the Stonewall Jackson High School Booster Scholarship. We give one female and one male award. This year, after we give these out itself, this will make $26,000 in scholarship monies that we have been able to provide the senior athletes to pursue their education. The male recipient is Landon Brinkley.
And this year's female recipient is Jacky Velasquez Mateo.
This time we'll ask Ms. Patty Purtle and Mr. Tom Street come forward to present the Brandon Kelly Dawson Scholarship.
Tonight, Tom and I are presenting the 2026 Brandon Kelly Dawson Scholarship. It is a one-time $4,100 award given to a senior who has lettered in multiple sports, maintained strong academics, and demonstrated leadership on and off the field. This year's recipient is someone who has represented our school and athletic programs with humility, toughness, dedication, and pride. At this time, I would like to invite Landon Brinkley to come forward. Established in 1988, the scholarship honors Brandon Kelly Dawson, a Stonewall Jackson athlete, remembered not only for his talent, but for his spirit, kindness, love of sports, and pride in wearing the General's jersey. After Kelly's tragic passing during football season in 1986, the scholarship was created in his memory to help future student athletes pursue the college opportunities and dreams he never had the chance to fulfill himself. Those who knew Kelly often spoke about the passion and joy he brought to every practice, every game, and every moment with his teammates. Landon reflects many of these same qualities. On the soccer field, his coach describes him as a quiet leader, someone willing to do the hard work when no one is watching. A player who will defend the goal with whatever it takes, often without recognition, because for him, the success of the team is what matters most. And when things don't go well, he's the one making everyone laugh and lifting the team back up. Those qualities, selflessness, humility, leadership, and heart, are exactly what the scholarship represents. Landon, congratulations on being selected as the 2026 scholarship recipient.
Next, we will recognize our two Scholar Athlete Awards, one for the male and one for the females. To get this award, you have to be participating in two sports and have the highest GPA per gender in your class. So first, we will have the female Scholar Athlete goes to Abby Bosserman. Our Scholar Male Athlete goes to Jordan Mahanes.
We'll now move into what I consider a very important part of our ceremony tonight. What I call the major awards. I'm not very creative, that's for sure. But with our major awards that are given out by this school, these are voted on by the coaches, and you get different coaches' perspectives in the meeting when we vote on these. There's a lot of deserving recipients, but we do have one for each gender, and there's only 3 awards to be given. We'll start out tonight with Ms. Kim Estep, recognizing our Female Sportsmanship Award.
Good evening. If you know the game of basketball, you know that it can be a very physical sport, in a way much different than football, wrestling, or even soccer. You can't be afraid to be aggressive or you'll get left behind. You may also know that like other sports, basketball can challenge you every single day, not just by mastering the skills you need to play, but by requiring you to step outside of your comfort zone. For those of you who know Coach Berner and me, you know that we are not content to be silent on the sidelines of a game or a drill. We ask a lot from our players and we expect them to push themselves beyond what they think they can do. Having said that, for a person who has very little confidence in themselves, playing basketball for us is no easy feat. So I want to tell you about a young lady who struggled a lot with stepping out of her comfort zone. She was always timid in practice and in games, and given a leadership role while she played JV for me, she was afraid to hold her teammates accountable because she didn't want anyone mad at her. The thought that any one of her teammates could be mad at her was hard for her to deal with. It was hard for her to step up when we needed her to meet expectations on the court. And it was hard for her to meet the challenges of being a high school athlete and to accept her role, which was not always what she wanted or thought she deserved. Fast forwarding to her senior year, she's becoming increasingly vocal with her teammates. She's holding them and herself accountable on the court, practicing in games. She cheers them on when she isn't in the game, and when she's in the game, she picks them up. Her time with us has begun to show in her actions, words, and effort. She understood her role, and she had learned to embrace it. Now, I believe we were playing Page County at home this year, and this young lady exchanged a few words with a Page player that she believed was not exhibiting sportsmanlike behavior towards her and her teammates, and she was quite passionate about that. If you know Catherine Cronin, you know that she's come a long way in how she carries herself. She is no longer shy and self-conscious. And if you know Catherine, you know she takes pride in her schoolwork, which has earned her admission to Virginia Tech. She is no slouch academically, and of course low these last 2 years speaks for itself. If you have ever coached Catherine, you would know that she's not the most athletic player on your team. And she knows this. It was a topic of many conversations and practices that both me and Coach Berner have had with her. Catherine's role was not about how many baskets she made, or how fast she could run, or how well she handled the ball for us. Her role was to be the best player she could be for us in whatever role we gave her. This year was leadership, and I think she grew into that role well. She wanted her younger teammates to have something that she did not. Leadership that cared as much about them as people as it did about them as players. What I am most proud of her for is that underneath it all, no matter what she's been through, she has discovered the young woman she is supposed to be. Confident in herself, able to face challenges without fear, and leading by example, even if she gets a little passionate about it. Building character in our young athletes is what high school athletics is all about, and Catherine has certainly proven that in her own way. Catherine is our Female Sportsmanship Award recipient.
Our next award will be the Male Sportsmanship, and Coach Councill will present this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, I have a little stock going on, so sorry about that. My name is Mark Alford. I am the head basketball coach here at Stonewall Jackson. I am giving the award for sportsmanship. At its core, sportsmanship is the golden rule applied to the world of athletics. It is the conduct of an individual who embraces honest rivalry, maintains courteous relationships, and upholds ethical behavior towards colleagues, opponents, and officials alike. This young man has spent this season personifying the three key pillars of this award. Respect for opponents. He treats rivals as partners in the pursuit of excellence rather than enemies. You won't find him trash talking or taunting. Instead, he's the first person to offer a hand to an opponent and first to pick up a teammate. Now, that might be a little bit of a white lie for this kid's case, but for the most part, he did the job right. Self-control and dignity. Whether we're up 10 or down by 20, this young man would be a pillar of positivity. He demonstrated grace in victory and dignity in defeat, proving that this is how he played the game is just as important as the final score. He had total respect for authority. A truly coachable athlete, he set the standard with his yes sir and no sir attitude. He showed up every day, never complained about conditioning, and embraced every drill 100%. Being coachable, I rode this kid hard every day in practice, every game, because he had a lot of eggs in his basket. But he never gave me an excuse, never gave me any lip back. It was always yes sir, no sir, and I rode him all the time. Him and I had several conversations as the season went on, and little did I know, he told me that after 2 years, after playing basketball for high school, coming to his junior year, he thought about the possibility of not playing. Which he said, with the new hire, stuff going on, he wanted to give another shot. And I praise the Lord every day that he did give us another shot, that he was able to stick with this. He's a great young man. This athlete's work ethic didn't just build character and produce results. The season was defined by consistency. He recorded multiple double-doubles throughout the year, which is tough. And he also had an elite performance where he had a 20-20, which is 20 points, 20 rebounds. Even at the highest level of basketball, it's a pretty rare accomplishment, so that was a heck of a job. Landon Brinkley sets the standard for what it means to be a true competitor. He is a leader who leads by example, showing us all the greatness is found in both the status and the soul. Every home game, my boys would dress up. I'd have them dressed nice. And as you can see, as Landon has came down here a few times, Landon would look good. I mean, from head to toe, but stop at the toe. I mean, shirt, tie, jacket, pants, and slides. Slides. And now he's wearing Crocs, as we see. But his character, he's a great young man. Please join me in congratulating this year's Sportsmanship Award, Landon Brinkley. Make sure everybody looks at the shoes to be
This time I ask Coach Werner to come forward for a female Sparkplug award.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to present the Sparkplug Award. And when I think of a Sparkplug, I think of someone that ignites their team through their effort, their heart, their determination. A Sparkplug is a person that inspires others to keep going, even in the toughest moments. This year's recipient did not have the opportunity to do that for us on the court or on the field in the spring. She did get to do it during volleyball. In fact, she was only able to play one basketball game and none of her soccer games. Yet despite that, she gave more time, energy, and commitment to her teams than many athletes who were able to compete every day. Kenzie Woods may not describe herself as the greatest athlete, but she is unquestionably among the greatest leaders I've seen in 35 years around SJ Athletics. as a coach, and even before as an athlete and a fan dating back to the 1970s. After our first game of the season, Kenzie re-injured her knee during practice. It was heartbreaking. She had worked incredibly hard to improve her game and prepare for the season ahead. Many athletes facing that kind of disappointment would have slowly stepped away from the daily grind of team life. But that is not who Kenzie is. She was at nearly every practice and every game, missing only for doctor's appointments. More importantly, she did not simply show up and sit there. She became an active part of everything we did. She coached, she encouraged, she inspired her teammates to improve every single day. She became part of game planning, discussing matchups, and helping teach and guide our younger players. She was willing to have tough conversations with teammates when they were not performing to our standards. I have often said that it is easy to be a good teammate and leader when everything is going well. True character is revealed in adversity, when circumstances are difficult and there is every reason to step back. Kenzie never stepped back. She showed up every day and found ways to make her team better, even when she could not physically compete herself. I cannot think of a better example of what it means to be a Sparkplug. This year's female Sparkplug goes to Kenzie Woods.
Coach Stickles, come forward now for our male Sparkplug award.
A Sparkplug is someone who ignites and pushes themselves to be better, but also those around them. Not only to be the best athlete, but also the best person that they can be. But at the same time, they push everyone around them to be better as well. Whether this is on the field, the classroom, at practice, or just in everyday life, this individual continues to build the excellence, surrounded by his friends and family. Whether you can find him in Interact Club, the swim team, National Honor Society, or many clubs that he is involved in. This individual is not just a leader to his teammates, but he can also be found supporting his classmates in the stands at events and throughout the halls, showing underclassmen what it means to be a student athlete and a leader on and off the field. You can find him hyping up his teammates before running a 5K on the cross-country field, pushing his teammates around the hurdles to be better, or being the one who genuinely gets excited to help set up the swim starter, even though his teammates try to drag him into the water, and he says no, and may have gotten pushed in a time or two by me. Not only does his presence and leadership will be missed on the cross-country course, the track, and the pool, but it'll also be missed in the hallways, meets, and practices, and sometimes in the morning when I hear, "Oh, hey, Stickles." I have no doubt that he will continue to ignite and inspire those around him as he continues his academic journey and his journey through life. I am pleased to announce the Journal's Male 2026 Sparkplug of the Year to Fletcher Moyers.
I'll ask Coach Mary Clanahan to come forward for our female athlete of the year.
Wait a minute. I need a little help with this. wait a minute. That's not enough. I need a little help with this award. It is my pleasure to introduce Coach Tim Miller, who is going to help me with this award.
Thank you so much. Well, it's an honor to help present this award to this young lady for the Female Athlete of the Year. And thank you for letting me be assistants here because there's a lot of things in sports as we have the privilege to coach so many great young people, so many great athletes that are special to each and every one of us as coaches. There's a lot of things that an athlete cannot control. As they compete, they cannot control sometimes the calls of the officials. They cannot control who they face as an opponent across the field or who they face off with beside them. They can't control the weather. And when they get to choose to compete, whether they feel good or they don't feel good. And sometimes they just can't control whether someone's bigger, stronger, or faster than them. But there are things that an athlete can control. The first thing they can control is their effort. And as athletes, you can come to practice. You can work hard. You can strive to improve. Every day you come into practice. You can control your attitude and the state of mind that you come to prepare, to be coachable, to strive to improve every day that you show up. And you can control your will to compete. And that's why you're there. This young lady never let the things that she could not control be a stumbling block to her. But the things that she could control, she dominated in that respect. And she was awesome in the things that she could control. Proverbs 27:17 says this, iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. This young lady loved to be coached. Great athletes always do. She let me coach her very hard. And she wanted to be sharp as a competitor. And she wanted to always know how she could improve, how she could get better. And early on, her and I came to an understanding. And the first time that she was getting ready to compete, she said, Coach Miller, do you have any advice? And right away, I'm going to pull back the curtain here a little bit of the coach-athlete relationship. And right away, the football coach came out in me. And I said, what I want you to do is leave their bodies bloody and smoking on the track as you run past them and step over them to the finish line. And she goes, okay. And that was the understanding we had right away. And it was so fun to see her competitive spirit from her very first competition. And don't let her fool you. She has a warm smile and a bubbly personality and such a friendly demeanor, but she's got the glare. The glare of competition when she's ready to compete, or she's got that glare when she doesn't hit the mark that she thinks that she should have, or those high goals that she sets for herself, she gets that glare. And she is very competitive. I'm sure all these things are going to drive her just as they have in her athletic career, her academic career. I'm sure these things will drive her throughout her life to become the same person that I know her as. A fierce competitor and an iron-willed warrior and a winner. A winner.
Definitely. Absolutely. And I could not say it anymore. This type of athlete doesn't know how to get 90%, whether she's hitting a stunt or coming off that final curve of a 400-meter dash. She is playing to win. And as she trades her high school colors for the Bridgewater Crimson and Gold, that Chevy Evie, as she's known on the track, she's going to leave her legacy of versatility. Our Chevy Evie is the Female Athlete of the Year. Miss Evie Bosserman, everyone.
Male Athlete of the Year presented by Coach Kleinsmith.
Good evening. It is a privilege to stand before you tonight and speak about someone who truly represents what Stonewall athletics are all about. Over the last 4 years, this athlete has committed himself not only to one sport, but to 3. Season after season, year after year, he showed up everywhere. Not for recognition, not for attention, but because he believed and pushed himself to be better every single day. I have a philosophy in the wrestling room. Come and give 100% every single day, even on the days you can only give 50%. That is your 100%. Push yourself to do your best, even when you feel like you can't. This is something this athlete has demonstrated day in and day out. As coaches, we often talk about talent, we talk about the athletic ability, ours and athletes' records, and what success looks like. But the athletes who leave the greatest impact are usually not remembered only because of what they accomplished in competition, but because of who they are, who they were when nobody was watching. As his coach, I'm willing to admit, his wrestling career did not begin the way he had hoped. Either one of us. There were setbacks, difficult moments, and challenges that could easily cause him to walk away or become discouraged. But instead of making excuses, he chose perseverance. Instead of quitting, he kept showing up. He trusted the process, he bought in to what we were trying to accomplish as a program, and eventually earned a place on the podium in the state wrestling tournament during his senior year. And let me tell you, as a coach, this was probably one of the most exciting and proud moments I have had since coaching. This was a moment that reflected years of dedication and resilience. And a funny story about this real quick. At the state wrestling tournament, when you make it to the second day, you make the podium. Whether it's first place, whether it's sixth place, you're on the podium. We're on our way back to the hotel, and I'm talking to Jerry and Charlie about, what tomorrow's going to look like, where your head should be at, mindset-wise. And I made the comment of, no matter what happens, as much as we want to be on top of the podium, we are on the podium. I see Charlie's sitting next to me in the passenger seat. He goes, I placed. Going to the state tournament, Charlie had a 13-13 record. Going to the regional tournament, I don't think anyone was really banking on making this state tournament. But something clicked. After a semifinals match, we beat a really tough opponent from Charlottesburg. I walked up to him and I said, where has this been all season? He goes, Coach, I don't know. I went to go watch a UVA wrestling match, and all of a sudden it all just clicked. I knew how to wrestle. And obviously that continued on for the next couple of weeks. This also coincides with track and cross country, as Coach Clanahan mentioned. His postseason reliability became his trademark. Charlie achieved a 4-year state feat, qualifying and competing in the state championship every autumn he wore that jersey. The consistency earned him a permanent spot in the All-MVD roster, marking him as one of the premier Harriers in the area. This just goes to show his true tenacity in everything he does. He is respectful, he lifts up the people around him, he treats his teammates, coaches, teachers, and opponents in every way that he should. He is someone every coach could rely on to do the right thing, even when nobody else was looking. He was a true leader and a true captain on our wrestling team. Those qualities matter far more than statistics or medals ever will. As his wrestling coach, I had the opportunity to watch him grow not only into a tremendous athlete, but into an even better young man. I can honestly say that our program, our school, and everyone around him are better because of the example he has set. I have said it before, and I will say it again. The world needs more people like Charlie Hoover. We are going to truly miss this young man, but wish him nothing but the best of luck at VMI and his future endeavors. Tonight, it is my honor to recognize the Stonewall Jackson Male Athlete of the Year, Charlie Hoover.
If you get old like me, you forget things. So I'm going to say this first before we talk about closing remarks. I'd like for every athlete that's here tonight to come down, seniors, with your awards. We'd like to take a group picture of everyone that received an award tonight, meaning your participation as well. So please do that once we finish out here and close. In closing, I'd like to wish our seniors the best of luck in all their future endeavors. May you obtain all your goals that you have set for your life. You've truly been excellent representatives of our school and our athletic department, and your team also. Tonight is the first of many culminating events of your high school career, probably the most important this coming Saturday. Please realize that you have left a positive mark on our school, and we're going to miss you guys greatly. And that's said from the heart, from all of our coaches and myself. Hope you enjoyed the program tonight, and have a safe trip home. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you.